Hey, this is Russell, back again with another episode. I want to see what happens. I am pumped. I'm excited and thrilled and terrified. Every single emotion that I can think of on the spectrum of radical emotions, for lack of a better term, I am experiencing right now concerning the M phone. It will be a mobile phone. It will be on the market. Will it succeed or will it fail? Find out today on Software Inc. So we are right now just developing it. Or actually, we're not developing it because we are developing this. Let's go ahead and press develop on this. Take the reputation hit there. And I guess we're going to have to take the reputation hit here also. Assign to this again. That was a pretty useless day of development. Now we're going to have to assign to that next because we do need to work on it a little bit. But let's go ahead and put this on level 5. So we're working on this a bit more than we're working on Baby World. And yeah, let's just see what happens. Christina Porter, Sally Bryant have called in sick. I don't know what to think right now. I'm still processing my thoughts for everything that's going on. 1997 of May is when I'd like to release it. Most likely it's not going to be released till 1999 though. I don't know how I could have made my team bigger because I'm going through like the emotions of like going back and thinking what I did and thinking what I could have done different. The problem is you can only support so many people and store up so much money doing design deals. I'm not 100% sure I could have done anything better. I mean, there's little things, and all those little things add up, and I can make sure I don't repeat those little mistakes next time. But I don't think there's a way to break into the market before the other phone operating systems release, especially if they release at that quality. I think the first phone is going to release in 2005 or 2010 if you play the game, waiting until the release of the phone and all of that for it's an interesting concept. Because if I was to add all those other features and have these teams work on that like for a decade and update it for its release, with top level code and stuff like that, 2D, 3D. Again, there's just so many variables. They came out with touchscreen in 1995. Fingerprint scanners. Process that. Fingerprint scanners on a phone in 1995. Is this impossible difficulty? Because if it is, I don't know, again, what I could have done better. I'm trying to think. And if I do this run again, I'll do it on impossible difficulty again. I just have to think of a way around it, assuming this phone doesn't break into the market. I'm curious to see how well this phone will sell. Because if this phone sells decently enough, I can build off of that. If it gets a reputation, I can build off of that and slowly work to overtake the market by the end game. I just don't know if this phone is going to be a good enough foundation for that. And I can't do more than 2 iterations because I can't wait forever to release this phone. Yeah, I just don't know what to think about the situation. Do I want to pause development again so I can work on Baby World and Space 7? I don't think so. I think it's just going to be a sucky product. I would love to play Baby World and Space 7, but I guess it's not going to happen. Let us at least slow this down. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the lower level developers are struggling on the higher level stuff here. So let them work on this. I don't know what to think. I know I keep saying that, but I'm not sure this product is going to break into the market. This is very fun, mind you. I don't think this is a bad thing. I'm not the kind of person who like goes like doomer on this kind of situation. I think this is fun. I want to see what happens. If this blows up in my face, I'm gonna laugh. You know, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with the M phone. I want to see either a miracle occur and just like be pleasantly surprised, or I want to see the ship slowly sink like the Titanic, and just like like you know how the Titanic like slowly tilts and then it just goes down. That's what's going to happen. This is going to come to the point in the end. It's slowly tilting right now. And either some miracle's going to happen, like some engineer just puts together like some amazing contraption, just sucks all the water out of the ship and patches all the holes, or it's going to, as we expect, dive deep into the ocean, never to be resurfaced again. This is the Titanic. I like that analogy. So, oh, it's July. That's why there's no one here. So I hope more people are here in August then. Probably not. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people missing. The progress. Where's the progress? I need progress. I pay you guys for progress. So far my monthly profits are still pretty good. I mean, it's not like, if this release doesn't, goes, honestly, I can't really claw my way back because the reputation, I don't have deals enough for it. I'm somehow still getting deals. I'm not sure if this is bugged. Let's go for another 1999 deal. Push our problems off for a later date again. I mean, these deals are saving us right now. Are we doomed to be a design company? Are we doomed to work on other people's products till the end of our days? Come on. This is not the life that I wanted. I wanted a product of my own. I wanted to take the market by storm. I wanted to invent the phone. But you know what? I invented it too late. It's like inventing the wheel in 2010 or something like that. It was invented 2,000 years ago. No, way more than 2,000. I don't know where 2,000 came from because I was thinking 2010. Yeah, my brain, like I said before, it is. I'm still on a course of drugs for me being sick. We're almost at the finishing point of iteration 2. Almost there. See, we wouldn't have even made it to the October finish date for the publisher deal. That's what's crazy about it. Should I have hired more staff? Could I have hired more staff? Maybe. That'd require also expanding the building because I also needed this space for... I guess I could have done them temporarily, but if they were so low level, could have done higher stage staff, but then I wouldn't have enough money for the whole printing operation. I don't know. It's all these what ifs. I did this, and I'm not sure if that would have made any difference or just made things worse, Because I could have hired like a ton of high wage staff and then fired them after a certain phase. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Water's pouring out there. I am going to pause the recording until the water stops pouring, so that isn't part of the recording. So I'll be back. Should be good now. There is a bit of a dripping noise, but that's not really an issue. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, play. And that dripping noise will eventually when it's done dripping. Let me go ahead and pause the recording again. I'm just gonna save the game real fast too. 1 second. Okay, back again. Bam. Just pause the recording for saving the game. Sometimes the save takes a few seconds, and I want to get through this as quickly as possible. Although it did occur to me while I took a little break and got some water that this is the last episode I'm going to have to record today. Because tomorrow later tonight, I have to cook dinner right after this and then take a small nap before I work. I work night shifts right now, so but if I can't release it now before I have to go do that, I will keep playing my time tomorrow, because like I said, I do want to know where this playthrough goes. I am intrigued and interested and pumped to see what happens with this. Let's go ahead and release that so it's out of the way. Reputation hit, yada yada yada. I guess we can put a little bit of work into these. Let's set our boundaries first. So this is going to be level 6. These will all be level 1. 12, 16 months, 24 months. Okay, let's just do 12, 16, 2, 1, 7. I find that acceptable. Just to make sure, these are 24 and later, right? 24, 24, 29, 35. Any more in 1999. Somehow these guys still trust me. Because a lot of designers aren't going to be able to work on this. They don't have the development skills to be able to do that. So they may as well be working on this. And hopefully they get far enough on this so that our reputation goes back up again. I could drop a ton of windmills, which would cover the wages for quite some time, even if these things were canceled. Design deal was canceled. Please tell me that's not the 1999 one. That was a 29-month one, I'm pretty sure. So it still kind of sucks. I would have preferred if, say, like, Bot X3 was canceled instead. But I will have to live with it. That was the second worst one that it could have been, but not the worst. Quadscape is kind of my saving grace at the moment. Give me some year 2000 design deals. Come on. I mean, you can look at my reputation. I obviously deserve such awesome design deals. Come on. I mean, why wouldn't you trust this big company? Let me see. I just can't stop thinking about... Do I want to try to reiterate this? Review. Reiterate it. Also, is there any way of getting it onto 1997 October? I just don't know how long this phase is going to take. Especially when you get to the later part of the code. I don't think I'm going to reiterate it. I think it is going to be what it is. Do I want to force Phone OS? Oh, Smartphone 2 is coming out in 1997. Then you're coming out in 1998. Give me some space. So you're telling me I can't release this till 1999? Is that what you're trying to tell me, game? April of 1999. It's so bad that they're not stacked on top of each other. I could try a May. Am I making fast enough progress for that? Is that the question? That's the question. Because if I go for a May or June or July release, I would have to release it. I'd have to start investing in the hardware stuff pretty much now. So manufacturing. Ooh. That'll have to be a time lapse. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do it for the rest of this episode. We'll see. Or both. It'll be the rest of this episode and a time lapse. June. October. See, the problem with it releasing on July and August is that the teams will be taking vacations during then. So it would have to be an April or May release so that we can at least get that initial marketing boost, that initial update in. And it's January. How many bugs would you be able to do in that time? Should I try to compete with them and operate between 1997 and 1998? Or after 1998, like here? Concede all of that time to them to keep building up their reputation while mine dies. Because I don't see myself releasing a phone anytime soon after this one, like I hoped. Unless if this one really explodes and I can build up my team, build a new building and all of that next to this one. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm stuck with this team for a while. They can be educated, by the way. January of 1997. Yeah, I just don't have enough time for bug fixes. We could do a September release, but that won't. That won't really give me the jump on them. It'll just give me 1 month. The fact that the releases are not at the same time, so that they're like stepped just close enough to each other so that they both block my window of opportunity to launch. If they both release right before me and I release in May of 1998 or something like that, there's no way this is getting off the ground. Code is going too slow. Let's see what diseases I have. 1998, 1999, might take that. 2000, definitely take that. And let's get to 1999 as well. Okay. Baby World in Space 8. Why is it Baby World? What does this person have against Baby World? Foot slam sounds kind of fun. I like in Dead Space where you just slam your foot on things. That like visceral feeling. Now I sound like a psycho. M phone, come on. It'll happen when it happens. That's all I'm gonna say. It'll happen when it happens. Oh, what happened? Oh yeah, it's here. I was thinking we're on 1998. Do I want to go for an August or September release? Or do I want to wait till 1999 of April, I'd say. Because if I want to do 1999 of April, I may as well reiterate it. you know? Those are all good questions. Very good questions. If I push it off to 1999, I can actually work on a lot of these design deals, and that'll help bring back my reputation a bit. It'll be good for securing the longevity of this company, I guess you could say. I'm kind of a fan of letting it crash and burn, though, if this release doesn't go well. If I can get to 100% code by May or June, I might do a September release, because that's a few months of bug fixes. If I can't do that, I think I'll wait till 1999. I just don't want to wait that long to get onto the market. I feel like I need to put my footprint on there now. Yeah, I think I'll do a September release. Yeah, I'm actually making progress. Let's market it. Do I want to do it September or June? What are vacation months? I think vacation months are July and August. So if I do a June release, as crazy as that sounds, that will give me a full month. So that's July. Crunch is a thing. Let's crunch it. From now till June. I've never used crunch, but let's crunch it. We're going to release this June 1997. It wants to say 1999 because it knows it. It knows this is a bad idea. Let's do June of 1997. That way we could spend the day of June doing update for this. I'm going to market it, send out a press build. We are going to start working on this monstrosity down here. So let's see what we need. We need to printer, case, simple. Okay. Let's get that side first, maybe. And wait, how much does this produce? Interesting. Maybe, is this amount 360,000? Maximum. So this is 360,000. I'm still trying to figure this out. Let's do 2 1 1 2 1 1 1 and see what that turns out to be. Because I think that'll make 180,000. And I don't see myself needing 260,000. 360,000. So let's do. We need 1 2 3. Oh no, 1 2 3 4 printers on one side. So let me just minimize. Let's go to furnishing. Printers first. Let's start back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will go into assembler, right? Which will then feed into another assembler for this side. So let's assign these to set output to that's for console, phone. Let's do a screen. Let's do vibration. Let's do controller. And let's do controller. Then we're going to do one assembler. And this is going to go right here. And this is going to assemble the motherboard. One motherboard every 8 minutes. We're just going to use regular conveyor belts. Nothing fancy. We're going to do this. And just in case, I always like to do this, because you never know. We're going to give some space here. We're going to do a conveyor ramp. We're also going to do a conveyor ramp this way. And we're going to do this. I always like to leave access ways because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Like if I'm going to need to bring access through something here, or that like someone's going to need to be able to walk through here who won't be able to walk through. So we have this, and this is set for motherboards. This will eventually lead into another assembler, which will go this way. And we're going to have another assembler right here for that. Because that is going to be fed right here. And that needs to be fed just plastic. And it looks like I did use the wrong conveyor here. So let's sell these, because that is extra electricity that I don't need to spend. How much more does this cost too? Triple the cost. And then the electricity on it is like triple the electricity as well. And running costs is almost triple the running cost. Yeah, I don't need that sucking me dry. Component printer. And we're going to, so this is going to output plastic. This is going to output case. And these need to run to, is it going to be 2 assemblers? Final assembly. Let's go ahead and do let's do it this way. Again, we're going for some access ways. Because you never know, I might have to bring something for the bottom here one day for another production line. Now, do I need one of these conveyor splitter? I think I do. Spin incoming boxes in up to 3 directions. So let's do that. Because otherwise, I don't think it'll go. Do they not have just a 2-direction thing? Component recycler that needs to be at the end, I think, right? Recycles components from unfinished assemblies later for reuse. Oh, that needs to be at the ends of all of these, no? That needs to definitely be at the end of this one, I think. So let's move. And this one's easy. I think I can just delete this, put it on the end of this. Because these just go on the end. And the component recyclers go on the end of that, right? Yeah, like that. Okay. I remember how this works. So there's only a 3-way split, it looks like. But then I think maybe I can adjust it to only go out of 2. Or maybe it just does that automatically. I hope it does it automatically. We'll do that. We'll have the component assemblers side by side. We'll have the recyclers side by side. That should be able to produce. Oh yeah, we have to set it to final assembly. Then it should say like around 180,000. Set output, final assembly. Does that say 180,000-ish? Yep, 180,000 per day. The question is how many of these we want to make. We'll have to print it a little bit at a time, which is probably why I'm doing this so far in advance. Let's go ahead and make a garage door. Where is the garage door thing? Where'd the one that we're using go? Function. Printing. Hardware. Room. Where? Distribution. Okay. Oh, so we have a garage port right and a garage port left. Let's do the right. Do 2 of those. No, we'll just do 1 of those. But then we'll also do what's it occupied by? Oh, this is stupid. Okay. And then we have a little access way there. Make sure we leave some access there. Now, one thing we don't have access through is there. Interesting. Okay, let's do this then. That will give us access there. I'll put a roof one there in a sec. And this should give us access here. These are pallet drop points. So those will go there too. Actually, that should be a little further up. That would be more optimal. And that way you can get around for there. So see, all of these are traversable, except for this one now, which makes this kind of useless. I can get around there anyways, so let's just go ahead and make this like this. It's not a big deal. What's the problem with these? They're sending components to an invalid location. That's not good. Is it this? Is this not capable of using that? Let me try moving these. Ah, okay. So I don't have to have that on all of them. My bad. Just wasting money casually. So that's good enough for now. Eventually, you know, it has to be expanded as we, you know, want to print more. But you can see why you need all this space for the hardware stuff. But you see, you need to be able to access these machines, which is why you have like the little walkway above here and a little walkway here, because people need to walk into here to be able to access those machines, maintenance and stuff like that. So it's always good to keep a lot of these little roof things around so people can get to that. That being said, that's basically what we need. I have to end the episode here because of life, but you guys can like, comment, favorite, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. I personally will keep recording this tomorrow because, again, I am so interested to see where this leads us. This didn't cost us a lot. The marketing team that we're going to have to get is not going to cost us too much either, but it's going to be $155 to print every single one of these units that we're going to be printing, plus the maintenance cost for these on top of that is going to skyrocket our monthly expenses. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know. But I'm going to find out tomorrow, and you guys will find out next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless. Bye. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. Always interested in your feedback down in the comment section. You guys have a good one. God bless.